And we're back.
We are back. So it's a bit fucking weird doing it just me and you.
I know, mate. I've got a bit of like, I don't know, a bit of angst because it's just me and you. It's like, have we got enough to talk about?
Well, it's not just me and you though, is it?
We've got a little in-house studio guest.
Because we've been getting cancelled on like Bryson Tiller fucking all the time recently. We brought a little guest.
It's Chili Dog.
Chili Dog, Chili Dog.
So, Chili, what was your childhood like? That bad? Oh, you little soul.
Yeah, mate.
It's okay.
This is my dog anyway. I've had her now for about 2-3 months. Got her off.
Oh, mate, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, got her off the back of like Beth saying she wanted a sausage dog for ages. I wanted a German Shepherd, and then was fucking compromised in it. Bent over and like fucking fist my arsehole.
That's playing fast and loose with the word compromise. You wanted one dog, your missus wanted the other. You ended up getting the other.
To be fair though, mate, like,
do the math.
I always said like, oh no, I don't want a sausage dog because like they're not proper dogs, blah blah blah. Wow. In the sense of like a big fucking German Shepherd's a fucking massive dog, take it for walks and like, do you know what I mean? And I always was under the assumptions that a sausage dog's like, because Beth said about like you have to get like a pouch and carry him around, and I thought
like a kangaroo.
I thought, but that's not a fucking dog. Do you know what I mean? That's like having a fucking pet guinea pig or something. So anyway. She's actually nothing like that, and she is like an actual dog, which is mint. So
you're gorgeous.
I take her on mooches all the time. I was telling you before that unclip her off a lead, and then I go down this big long path towards like Dovestones, and I just mooch for like, I literally take her on like an hour walk, and she stays by my side the whole time.
Yeah, that video that you made was actually sick. You know, that was impromptu. I didn't know you were doing that.
No, you didn't. I just banged it up, but we've not even spoke about it. So did you actually think it was
not
sick?
at all. I thought it was absolutely mint, mate. Like,
Yeah.
but to be fair though, if the roles reversing, I'd have done it. You'd have been like,
no, but imagine how shit it would have been if you'd done it though.
Wow, honestly, I get undermined for everything I do.
Yeah, I tell you what, a little fucking exclusive here for this episode.
Okay. Go on.
Right? I want you to do a video similar to mine. What I did, obviously, I stitched mine up.
Yeah. Can you? What about? Can I get the clips and you edit it for me?
No, I'm not editing it.
Oh, I have to do it fully.
I did it in Instagram myself.
Oh.
So I just went on upload. I clicked like the video, and then I think I clicked several videos, and it smashes them onto like a timeline, and then you can like drag it out, pull it in, crop, delete, and I'm going to hold you to this. When you go on your daily walk down a fucking pavement, not down a nice, beautiful fucking stream like I did with all the sheep, I want to see your video.
You know what, mate?
Don't upload it on the grid, though. I'll put it on the story. And then if he approves, I'll let you put it on the grid.
I didn't get a fucking vetting process for yours, you fucking nugget.
I'm the content boy, mate.
Content boy, schmontent boy. I'll do it and I'll upload it straight to the fucking grid, mate.
Still doing that Scottish accent, yeah?
I've been watching a lot of Kevin. I've been watching a lot of Kevin Bridges.
Of course you have. Anyway, so as I was saying, before, we've not done a fucking episode in our own in time.
Cheers, mate.
And these was just off the back of me bringing them on. I had them in my fridge for about 3 weeks. Just to kind of cause nothing fancy. And
yeah, nothing bad. But I think Bay34 have forgot we exist. So we still love you, but. Send us some more fucking beers, will you?
No, we need to send them our invoice anyway.
For about £3.
All the 2 people that signed up and then cancelled.
I know, big up Clean W for fucking signing up twice.
Well, to be fair, we got a few people signed up, so we do need to invoice them, and that can go in the kitty for the 30th, which we'll discuss later on.
They can go in the kitty and get us both a fucking meal deal.
Get us a game of pool. A fucking Happy Meal. But yeah, so we're back to, obviously, we're doing an episode on our own, which is something we've wanted to do for ages.
Can you remember the last episode we did on our own? Like the name and title?
If I was to guess, I'd say maybe neurodiversity. No? That's episode 4, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Shit. I Need a Bro, part 1.
No.
Some fucking good trivia, this.
I know, yeah. I don't know the answer, but I've got a pretty good idea.
I
think one of the first clips that we put up when you were getting tested for shit.
Oh, shit. I remember that video.
And he also Didn't have gonorrhea. Winner.
I had AIDS. I can't actually remember what that video was. Was it being a man, manning up or something?
No, that was well soon. That what you just said there reminded me of that bit in the league. You know, when Ted has AIDS and Rafi turned up and he was like, "Catch me up, Brian," and he goes, "Oh yeah, we're here for the draft," and Ted has AIDS and his kid's a bit ill, and he was like, "Oh, that's a shame. Wait a minute, what?" And he gets his AIDS cocktail out, and Kevin steals it.
Oh, I do remember, yeah. That's been...
And he goes, "Yo, Bagoya in the fucking Pacific Ocean."
That was mad.
But no, the last one we did on our own was, and I could be wrong, but I think it was Suppression.
I'll have a quick look now.
Do it.
Got to give the listeners...
Because that was episode 13, then 14 was Padilla. So after that, it's been guest city, mate, yeah.
So...
No, after that, it was Lewis.
Yeah, so Suppression was our last one that we did together until we turned into a guest podcast. To be fair, though, it was close because I Need a Bro was the one before that.
It was, yeah.
And then Addiction. So, yeah, Suppression. And then it was Louis. And then Future Free, Mel, Stewart. And then Rucker Part 2. That's mad. And then it was Padilla.
Oh, shit, right, okay. So that was
and then it was Vitali.
Vitali, mate. Honestly, Mike, if you're out there, like, please... Like, shout us, man, because we'd love to fucking chat to you again. We want to make sure that you're doing okay.
Yeah, defo, because last I heard from Mike, he was doing his own pod. And
I know, yeah.
And then he went off Insta and everything, so...
Maybe might be having like a social media, like, detox or whatever. So, if you listen to this, Mike, we still love you, mate, and we hope you're fucking doing great.
100%, mate. So, yeah, like, as I was saying then, sorry, before we got a bit sidetracked, it's going down rabbit holes.
That's what we do.
That's what we was doing in Suppression, I think.
It was.
I'm sure it actually says on the cover for Insta, rabbit holes at the top.
At the bottom, and you spell it with one B, and I had to correct you.
Yeah.
So you're not all fucking high and mighty, are you?
Yeah, so the reason we're obviously doing our own episode is because we are fully booked up, like pretty much till next year. We've got a couple of gaps here and there, haven't we? But we said about doing our own episode because we've had like back-to-back cancellations. One of them was not necessarily anyone's fault. It was a bit of a miscommunication, wasn't it? Because there was US-based, was it CST?
Time zone? Central time, yeah.
And I think we had it booked in for 8, didn't we? And then it ended up being 9, and then it ended up, they was just like, can we...
I know where this is going.
No, I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to blame you. It's fine. But yeah, that was fine anyway, because that's with the OCD blog. And we are going to get them back on because
keen to get that on.
Unreal, and it's super relevant to a lot of the shit that obviously I've been going through when I've been getting tested for AIDS. But so like definitely going to get him back on. So it's called Justin, isn't it?
Justin, yeah.
Definitely getting Justin back on. It sounds mega, mate, and his page is sick. And then obviously we had another cancellation, which threw us back because we usually have an episode in loop, don't we?
Yeah.
So we obviously had our last episode, which was Adam, wasn't it, the PT?
Adam, yeah.
So he was our last one, which was last week, but we recorded him like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and then
I think it was 2.
Yeah, and then tonight was meant to be the one with that other dude, which I'm not going to name him, but I knew he was going to fucking never do the pod anyway because he reached out to us, didn't he, based on the graphic that we have on our page that says, want to be a guest, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And he just randomly messaged us, didn't he? And was like, I'd love to be a fucking guest. And then, like, he was like, I don't think he'll be listening, so I'm not bothered to say this. I'm not going to name him anyway. But, yeah, he just seemed a bit wild, didn't he? Like, the shit that he was saying.
Well, yeah, but he had a very, very interesting story.
No, he did. But then he followed us, and then he asked us to follow us back, and then we said we follow once people have been a guest, and then he unfollowed us, and then we never heard from him again. So
still, though, at least we stuck by our fucking principles, mate.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, man. Like, and our following list is slowly building up and up and up because we're getting bare guests on, which is mint.
So many guests, mate. Absolute
and
guest club.
It's funny as well because off the back of me putting that story on yesterday, which obviously said we had back-to-back cancellations, so we're not going to do an ep this Friday, which would be today. And obviously me and you recording now, but this will go out next week. So then we'll kind of be back in loop again. So we don't have that happened again to us. But yeah, the back of me putting on that story, we had about like 4 or 5 people message us, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll jump on.
I know.
I'll jump on.
Which is mint. It's mint that, and it's a good problem to have.
It's mint, but then because we'd already planned this earlier on in the week, this episode, because as well, like we wanted to go a little bit like go back to our roots in the sense of like it's where it all started. It did just used to be an episode me and you, and like chatting and stuff. And like to be fair, a lot of the times when we do episodes, I think that we end up just jumping on. We don't really talk much about ourselves. We intro the guest, we talk about the guest, and then me and you might chime in every now and then and be like, oh yeah, or X, Y, and Z. So I think it's a bit nice to do this for, because we do get quite a few listens now, like you said, with Spotify and Apple combined.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Pushing
the analytics
5,
are really strong, mate, like they are.
So...
And as well, because Darren reached out and he was like, "Oh, I want to get on, boys," and we fucking love you, Darren, mate. And I just fucking said to him straight up, mate. I said, "Look, I'm really looking forward to just catching up with Jay."
It's a bit too big time for Darren now. We've got Darren booked in, haven't we? Is he September?
Yeah, he's booked in, but I think we'll be able to get him in before that because he's fucking mega in it.
But he's been going through some shit as well.
I know, but I just didn't want to fucking pussyfoot around the like.
So did you WhatsApp?
I just WhatsApped him, saying like, I was really looking forward to just chatting to you and catching up with you and just doing one of our sort of old school like pods and stuff with just me and you. And he was like, "Boys, fucking love it." I was like, "We're getting some rum and we're just gonna chat shit." And he was like, "Fucking love it, boys." So yeah, it couldn't have been more understanding that we just wanted to do our own thing. But coming for you soon, Darren. Don't you fucking worry, mate. Oh, that was Australian / Cockney. I'm shit at accents,
mate. You're like Drake at the minute, mate, going in and out of fucking accents and shit.
I'll stop. I probably won't, but I'll try.
Right. Well, anyway, we've introed the shit out of like why we're doing this, and we'd like to do it a bit more every now and then, just like a catch up with the boys. Like how we're getting on, how's our week been, any highs and lows, just like any funny shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on that note, how's your fucking week been, mate?
My week's been really good. My kids have been away, so I've been missing them a bunch. But I've caught up with some like friends who I've not seen for a while. Big up Nathan. And
well, you got other friends.
I know, right? Shit. Which was just nice to sort of have like that freedom. I've played golf a fucking ton as well.
Nice.
Because you're not going to get that often, are you? Just like a sort of it's like a hall.
You get a break away from the kids, like make the most of it.
Yeah, I didn't want to just sit here and fucking rest my laurels or anything like that. So I worked and stuff, and then played loads of golf, caught up with mates.
Nice. Was that mainly like on the course, or you go driving range?
Nah, mate, no driving range. I was playing at Stanford. Fucking
nice. On your own, or with your dad?
I went with my dad's mate once, and then it was on my own the other times.
Oh, nice.
And I just banged a fucking pod on, mate. And,
how do you do that? Put a pod on while you play golf?
I either put a pod on or...
Does that not distract you? Because I can imagine with golf, like, I've never played on a course, but obviously been driving range, and I'm fucking unreal. Like, you've learned a few things from me, boy. No, I'm not, I'm shit. But anyway, I'd imagine, like, you'd need to kind of have pretty sick balance, and I feel like having AirPods in or something might make you not have as good balance.
I know, and you're probably right, but it somewhat didn't affect me because it makes me when I concentrate, I put earphones in, so do you.
Yeah.
So that having them earphones in, I think, is like a stimulus response bond to fucking start concentrating. Nice. But what I had on though, instead of a pod, I had my new book on.
Oh yeah,
reading. I finished that sentence.
You're bringing a book out.
Imagine.
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, did it? Oh, no.
It was like my new book on.
Oh, no. I fucking have
Ryan Schlongden, the admin bitch. And his many admin duties.
The tales of the admin bitch. Yeah, imagine. Just give us a shout if you want me to write a book about my fucking admin bitch shenanigans.
I'd like to write a book just about golf and...
I'd love to write a book. I've always wanted to write one.
Wait, it's on the cards, why not?
I don't know what you know what I'd call it?
Batman.
No, imagine the copyrighted infringements I get.
Spell it without
Hi, Ryan, excuse me, you can't call your fucking book Batman. There's a fucking franchise by the name of that.
Spell it with no A's, so BTMN. You'll sound like Batman as well, mate, because he fucking speaks like a fucking...
What's it called again? Sorry, Chile. Fucking shit in her pants there.
That's all right, mate. She used to it, man. She got fucking 2 little demon children at home. True.
So I've started reading David Goggins' book called Can't Hurt Me.
Nice.
Sick.
What's that about?
Well, he's in. You know what David Goggins is, don't you?
Nah. I might do. That might do his face.
He's an ex-Navy SEAL, and he calls.
I love all that shit.
He calls
Isn't that like the SAS training shit as well?
I think it is, yeah. Or like I don't know. It might be one in the same.
Google him, David Goggins.
David Goggins with a G, G-O-double-G. And he just calls everyone a motherfucker, and like you spelled David with a G.
David.
David.
No, David Goggins.
Yeah, there he is.
American runner. There's a runner as well.
Yeah, he does like fucking 100-mile runs.
I don't know who he is. Fun. Hey, look, my man, 12 million followers on Insta, and he follows no one. Oh wait, he follows one person.
My guy.
Sure, boys club.
He follows TBC. Oh my god.
Shit, he must be pretty big time, mate. 12 mil followers. That's decent, that.
He is, mate, and his story's mad. Like he got like abused and shit when he was a kid. Grew up with fuck all. Did like the buds thing, like Hell Week they call it in the SEALs, with 2 broken shin bones. They had to run.
Really?
Yeah, mate. He's a fucking animal. Pushed his body to the limits.
That sounds
like,
intense.
Blacked out and shit when he was doing some like drown-proofing exercise. So he's just telling his story and about like how he like he calls it callous in his mind when like stuff comes up, presents itself in his life now. He can deal with it because he had the exposure to it in doing the SEALs training. He had all the setbacks, and instead of like quitting, he just found comfort in enduring pain.
That's mint.
So it's really, really good read. So
it does sound really good, to be fair.
Bang that on.
So is that just about his life and...
A bit of both. It's about his life, and then he has challenges at the end of every chapter to go.
What, it gives you the challenge?
It gives you, the reader, to go and do. And like one of them is like just literally go and start a conversation with another human being who you don't know. Like, you know, like a cafe or a pub or something like that.
To be fair, that's...
Just go and say hi, I'm Ryan.
I've been doing that quite a bit recently. Not like introducing myself, but just speaking to like people I wouldn't normally speak to. And then it's where I get like a bit of an anxiety feeling when I'm doing it, me, and thinking like, I need to shut the conversation down because I'm worried that it's going to fall flat and I'm going to feel awkward. So I'll try and shut it down before it awkwardly shuts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
And it's horrible.
But it's a good skill.
Sorry, have you done that then? Or?
No. Well, I don't know if you can class it as like having a bit of a conversation with, say, the person who's like serving you.
I do that all the time, though. Anyway, I always make an effort. Oh yeah, you're having a nice day.
I think that's just niceties, isn't it? So I've probably not successfully done it. Well, probably the one time when I was checking in at the golf, this like woman about 30 odd or whatever walked in before me, and the guy went upstairs, a fucking tombstone pile drive done. No, she was in front of me, and I walked past her, and then the guy behind the counter was like, "Is this your new boyfriend?" So I clearly knew her, and I just went, she wishes, and they were all like that, and I was like, was that like too quick? And she was like, and the woman was like, "That's my daughter," and I was like, shit, I'm so sorry. And she was like, "Nah," she was like, "You played that really well," and I was like, "Thank you," and I just like bolted out of there. So that's probably the closest thing that I've come to doing it, but I didn't initiate it, so I don't think I've done it.
That's funny.
It was just in my mind, just I come out with it like word vomit.
No, you do sometimes. I was going to say, similar to what you were saying then, I had quite a weird experience, a bit like what you just said then, in terms of just having a full-blown conversation, but in person, it was on text. So like, hang in there. You'll at the end of it, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, shit, that is pretty weird." But at the same time, it's a bit like fascinating at the same time. Like it was like baby reindeer vibes, and I feel a bit awkward.
Holy shit.
I feel a bit awkward saying it on it because they're probably going to be listening, but
no,
they probably won't. But who knows? Anyway, so at the moment, I'm currently like in my work situation. I'm like freelancing, and I'm currently contracted where I'm freelancing at. So I'm working there like Monday to Friday, but I'm just on like a freelance contract, and then I'm doing like other freelance work amongst that for like other clients that I've found myself. So the work stuff's all going really well, but I'm kind of casually looking in the background for a permanent job, just in case, certain things die down and stuff like that. I quite like to have that stability. So anyway, weirdly enough, like the job market at the minute's been booming, and I've been getting message loads about jobs. And like pretty decent jobs as well, like good salaries, like everything about them's like tick, tick, tick. And I've got like four people wanting to interview me at the minute. I've had one interview already, a first stage, we invited me out for a second stage, and then I've got an interview somewhere else next week. But yeah, anyway, this one of the agencies that I've got an interview for, 3 recruiters have reached out to me about the same job. So this company, I've got like loads of different recruiters trying to find people, and the first person messaged me and was like, "Oh yeah, I've got this job, think you'd be perfect." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "Sounds mint. Like, I'll have a chat with them." And yeah, just to like clarify as well, where I'm currently at now, contracting on a freelance. If they offer me a permanent job, I'd take it tomorrow.
Yeah,
but it's not guaranteed that could happen.
Because they've extended it, haven't they?
But that could happen. And if it does, I'll bite the hand off because I love it there.
Right, that's mint.
But I'm covering my own back in case that doesn't happen.
You have to, mate. You've got to be like 2 steps ahead, haven't you? So
anyway, I've been approached 3 times now about this job. And then the 3rd time I got approached for it was yesterday. And you probably, like, traditionally, recruiters will message you on LinkedIn, won't they? But I feel like they've leveled up the game, mate. I've been getting approached in all different kinds of ways recently. So yesterday...
Okay. That sounds quite predatory,
weird. Well, yesterday... a recruiter WhatsApp me. So they've got my number off my CV, WhatsApp me.
Okay, I mean, it's on your CV, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I normally get either emailed, a random phone call, or a LinkedIn message, but yesterday I got a WhatsApp, and there was like, they straight up messaged me and just put, "Yes, Jay."
No way, that's mint.
I was like...
That's so good.
So like, my guy here, he was like, "Yes, Jay." He was like, "How's it going? Still looking for a job, bro?" And all that. And I was like, yeah, I'm currently freelancing and that. I went, but and then they explained what I just kind of told you, like, da-da-da-da-da. And then there was like, "Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah." And then there was like, "Yeah, so it's this job." And I was like, "Mate," I went, "You're the 3rd person that's approached me about this job, and I'm already interviewing there." And then there was like, "Oh, no way, blah, blah, blah." There's like, "All right, no worries, blah, blah, blah." And I thought the conversation had died. And then he messaged me again and was like, "Do you know a place there?" And I was like...
Wait, what?
It's one of my mates at work.
Oh, Chris?
Yeah. And
no way.
I went, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah." He went, "Me too." He's like, he did all the branding for us and blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Yeah." I went, "I love Chris. He's mint, blah, blah, blah." He was like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah." And then he was like, "Did you used to work at Don't Be Shy?" I went, "Yeah." He went, "Did you get made redundant?" I went, "Yeah." I went, "They just weren't doing too well financially as a company and blah, blah, blah." But yeah. And he was just like, "Yeah, da-da-da," and then messaging me some shit that I'm not going to say on there. Like private shit. And then that come to an end. And then he went, "Do you live in Upper Mill?" And I went, "Yeah," because it's on my CV.
Oh, is it?
And then he went, "Me too." And I went,
"No."
Shit. And he went, "Whereabouts?" And I told him, and he was like, "Mate," he went, "I live right there." Yeah. I was like, "Mate, that's mad." And he was like,
"Sure for a bit."
And he was, no, and that's where he was getting to.
No way.
And then he was like, I'm not joking, I was sat at my desk, and I was in the office, could go in the office one day a week, and we've just moved office as well. It's a mint office where we've moved to. So I sat at my desk. I was having this conversation with this dude that I don't know, never met, on WhatsApp, like on my phone, for about 20 minutes, back and forth messaging. And it was at the end, it was like, "Where do your kids go to school and nursery?" I was like, I don't know if to fucking say where or not, but the guy was like, yeah, he's like, "Might see you around anyways." Like, "Do you ever go to Greenfield Park?" I went, "All the time." I went with my kids, obviously. And then he was like, "Yeah,
just sit there like
that." But it got to the point where I would nearly said to myself, like, "Do you ever go King Will? Do you want to go for the fucking beer?"
Yeah,
like, he seemed dead sound. He's got his own company and everything as well.
No way.
Yeah, it's his company, like the recruitment agency, and that was a dead funny experience because I was like messaging a stranger for like 20 minutes, but because he messaged me off the front saying like, "Yes, Jay, how's it going?" It kind of set the tone.
Yeah.
Whereas it would have been like, "Hello, Jay.
Hello, James.
Hope you don't mind the direct approach." Do you know what I mean? Because he was like, "Yes, Jay, how's it going? You still looking for a job?" That's my language, you know what I mean?
Puts you at ease.
Straight away, I was just like, fucking, do you know what I mean? Got my cigar out, fucking sparked up, and I was like, yeah, go on then. But it's funny though, because after we concluded that I'd already been approached by other people for that job, it's just funny that it was just like, "Do you know a place there? Do you live in Upper Mill?"
Just carried it on.
And I was like, fuck me, I felt awkward going off WhatsApp, you know, like, and it's saying offline or whatever. What is going to make a brew? And then I was like, messaging for like 20 minutes, and I was like, I just need to fucking get off my phone, man. I've got shit to do. But yeah, so that was my version of having a conversation with someone that I don't know. But that was like, I couldn't avoid it really.
That's good. And we kind of did it today, didn't we? With
oh shit, yeah. So when someone messaged us today saying like, "I'll jump on the pod,"
Yeah,
is that the one?
The Guru.
The Guru chick.
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
We don't know your name. We're so sorry. I wanted to ask, but
she did listen to the mentality.
We became best friends. And, we're too far gone now. So you are Guru chick.
It is weird because I was messaging at first, and then I was like, I'm going to hand you over to Ryan, and then you jumped in. And I was like, all right, you two get a room like that. And he was like, are we going to fucking book you in or what? And then I went to message and say, like, I'll leave you two to it. Nice to speak to you. And I was going to put a name, but then I realised there weren't a name. And then I was almost going to put, I'll leave you to it. Nice to meet you, Guru chick. And I was like, can't say that because it's pretty like, do you know what I mean? Like,
is it a bit derogatory that? We don't mean it. We don't mean it that way.
No, but people can get offended these days, can't they, if you assume the genders and shit.
Okay, Guru person is a name. No, shit.
Identify as a penguin, bro.
I've done it again. I said is her name. Guru. You can't, mate. You can't.
Just leave it there.
You can't fuck that up, can you?
But anyway, though, fuck all that shit.
I doubt she'll care.
It's a world, mate, where you can't. It's a mind bomb field, man. Like you can't do shit. Like, no, I'm only joking.
I know the names of all the dogs.
Well, there you go then. No, but anyway, right, cut all that. So yeah, it was mint on it.
Mate.
Guru chick.
It's so difficult. It's so difficult.
I'm sure she's cool with it.
Yeah, sure.
And if she's not, sue us. Do you know what I mean?
Got nothing. Sue us for this. That's all you're gonna get.
So anyway, she popped up, didn't she? And she was like, "Oh yeah, fucking get me on the pod." And then she started saying like, "Oh, I think I'd be a bit nervous, blah blah blah, but what I'm about to talk about." And then she like told us a fucking life story, but in a mint way.
Yeah.
And I was like, "There you go, like tell us that." Yeah. And then because we share obviously the same Insta account, I was like, "Oh, you jump in." I messaged you on WhatsApp and it was like, "Someone wants to come on." Blah blah blah, and then you jumped in, and then I'm not joking. I've not told you this, but like then when you jumped in, and when I was messaging, I was in back and forth banter with her, and then you come in and I was like thinking like you can't top this banter now. And then you came in and absolutely like must have spoke to me about an hour because I put my phone down, did a bit of work. My phone kept flashing up every few seconds, and then I picked up my phone and it said 63 notifications on Instagram.
Oh my god!
It was all you and her messaging each other.
Oh, it was amazing. We've got such similar mindsets. I'm like, really? Oh, what a shit.
I seen the message where she put, "Did we just become best friends?"
Yeah,
is that because you quoted like
no, it was because I said we can get you in on the 1st of November, and she was like, "Oh, Halloween," and I was like, "Oh, the day of the year where the Earth is at its weakest to the other plane," and she was like, "Did we just become best friends?"
See, I'm your best friend, and I don't even get what that means.
All Hallows Eve or Halloween is the one night of the year where the Earth is at its weakest to the sort of other plane, the other dimension.
Okay.
For like ghosts and shit. And spirits.
Yeah. No, I get it.
The Halloween is the day where it's at its most vulnerable.
I get it.
When they can break through. And come and I want to break free. They're on the fucking 30th of March, like fucking gearing themselves up.
30th of March.
Tomorrow, boys.
30th of
no, 30th of October.
Yeah.
Did I say March?
You said March 11.
Not fuck. 30th of October.
April Fool's Day.
We're all there doing fucking star jumps, all the ghouls and shit. Going, can't wait for tomorrow. Gonna go move a glass at someone's gap.
Do you believe in all that shit then?
No.
Oh, right. I don't know. Guru chick was like pretty spiritual and shit, wasn't she? She was saying, and big up as well. I think she came through our page through Joe. So
yeah, she does know Joe. Yeah.
Did you ask her?
Yeah. No, did I? Fuck.
I know that when we had Joe on our pod and then we did the collab shit on the post, she followed us through Joe, and then.
Are you sure? Did she not comment on the mentality?
No, she did, but she followed us through Joe, and her and Joe follow each other as well.
She must know Joe then.
And they both coincidentally mad spiritual and shit, and like do breath work,
big into breath work.
And shit.
In Peru,
fucking just snort fucking crumbled up mushroom and stuff. So, but yeah, when we did the mentality app and posted it, then that's when she commented. She was like, "I'm listening to this today. I'm working from home. I'm going to listen to this shit."
Yeah.
And then she messaged later on and was like, "This is dog shit." Like, nah, she
it used to suck.
And then she messaged us obviously like today, which was like 2 weeks later, saying like, "Oh, come on." And I was like, sick.
Yeah,
to be fair, she seems mint as well. I would have loved to have got her on. But like you said, we had like about 5 people message us saying, "Oh, come on.
I know. It's mint. Boy. It is. It's not we're not complaining by any stretch. Like keep coming, people. Because
shit, we're already at half an hour as well. You know, all we've done is intro.
Oh, well, we was nervous. We was like, oh, Matt and Will to do like 45 minutes.
Yeah, rusty in it because like all we really do is get people on, and then usually the last few people have all been talkers. So
yeah, which helps.
Well, me and the last few people.
Yeah, you and the last few people, the fucking waffle merchant.
I've been finding it quite funny, to be fair, because I think Clear for Men, I think Mentality Boys, I think Adam PT, they're like last 3 eps.
Yeah.
And I think I proper waffled their heads off, especially in Clear for Men, because I was like going on about fucking regimes and shit and all stuff like that. And that was mint. And then Mentality, I had notes. And I don't think you did.
No, I did have notes, but I was fucking pissed when I was doing that.
No, that's what I mean. No, I did notes, and then on the and on the Mentality one, I was doing notes during the podcast as well. So I was on their Instagram scrolling down.
Yeah, well.
And then when I seen a picture of Deli Ali, I was like, I'm gonna fucking ask him about that.
It was mint though, so when you were slagging off my internet, yours fucking...
No, it weren't my internet, it was my AirPods.
Either way, mate, like you cut out and it was just us free, and there was like...
We still need to get that off Riverside and post it on, because that is the most... If you said to me, define... Irony.
Yeah.
That ticks it, because I was like, go on, here's your fucking internet, and he was like, TP-Link, and I was like, who the fuck is TP-Link? I was like, have you boys heard of TP-Link? And he was like, nah, who the fuck's that? I was like, exactly what your internet is, shit, blah, 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 and then... I like froze
you just
out.
Like cut cease to exist,
and then I was still talking, but then you just all I could see you, and you was all like, "Yo, like, where's he gone?" And they was like, he's cut out," and I was like, "Nah, I've not." And I was like shouting at my laptop, going like, "I'm not cut out, I'm fucking here." And then I realised my AirPods dropped out, and because when you join Riverside, I have earphones in. I don't know why they dropped out, because it was fucking like fully charged as well, fucking pieces of shit. And then I tried to join, and to join, I had to end the call and rejoin the call.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so funny.
It was grim though.
And I was like, got to be in our boys, got to be in our boys. And asked him a really good question. And then, we was all gutted when you rejoined, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet. That was a mint episode though, to be fair. And mate, I've still not had my top. Like...
Oh my God, yeah, fucking Callum Luke. We've ordered it about 4 centuries ago. It's coming... What?
Do you know what? I heard a funny story, actually. What? So, obviously, like, fair play to him, like... I didn't see it, but you did actually say that. They send the email out and say it takes 1 to 2 weeks, and then obviously I messaged and been like,
should be 1 to 2 fucking months.
And I was like, is this tea being delivered via a camel or what? And then he was like, sorry boys, we got a big backlog. Fair enough. We did have them on our pot, so probably got a bit of a backlog.
Yeah, you're welcome, boys.
No, I want to joke. Nah, so then, and then I think, I can't remember whether it's Cal or Luke, but one of them's on holiday as well, so fair enough. But to be fair, I did order the same about 3 weeks ago. And then, what I was going to say, do you want to hear something funny?
Go on.
So it's not off the record because I'm saying it on the podcast, but, my sister Cal, she messaged me a few weeks ago because, tonight she's at a concert. She's at, I think she's at James, the guy that sings, is it Laid? One from American Pie. Anyway, she's at a gig tonight.
Right.
And then she's at another gig on Sunday, I think to see either Liam or Noel Gallagher. Not really bothered anyway, because I think they're both gimps. But anyway, and thank you for saying that as a City fan, because most City fans fucking suck the dick, but I think they're fucking tools, aware of them. But anyway, she's at a gig on Friday tonight, and then a gig on Sunday. And she messaged us.
Gigging hell,
mate. Giggity. She messaged us and said... A few weeks ago, she was like, am I imagining things? She went, did you and Ryan have Trouble Boys Club tops made? She went, because I want to get a Trouble Boys Club top and wear it for the gigs. And I was like,
oh my God.
I went, that would have been mint. I went, but now we've not got merch done yet. I went, it's on the list, whether it's for like end of the year or for next year, but it is on the list to get done. I was like, I went gutted about that one. That would have been mega as well.
That would have been so sick.
And then, she was like message a few days later, and she was like, guess what t-shirt I've ordered? I went, go on. She went, ordered one of them Mentality clothing t-shirts.
No way.
You put on your Insta that was on your pod. And I was like, no way. And she was like, yeah. She went, but still not fucking come. I went, mate, tell me about it.
Boys.
I ordered a top as well. And then he explained the story. It's like, they're on holiday, they're just 2 lads, blah, 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 blah. She went, I emailed and booted off.
No.
No, you didn't.
Fucking Callie, you impatient bitch.
Karen, mate. She emailed and complaining. I went, no, you know.
Oh, that is so...
I told Beth, and Beth was like, so funny because she got to say surname and she didn't going to know. And I was like, there's fucking peas in the pocket though, do you know what I mean? And then she was like, I only ordered it for the gig though, and obviously it's not come.
What did she order it like 4 days prior or something?
No, it was like over the week before.
Oh, right, okay.
But anyway, I found it fucking well funny when she told me. She went, yeah, I complained. I went, did you use a discount code? Anyway, she went, what? I went, she went, fuck's sake, Jane. I was like, oh my God, I went, put it all over it.
Let's show your story.
Like 3 days we plugged it for. But yeah, that is fucking funny.
But yeah, you're welcome, boys. And we're only joshing. It's cool.
No,
we just want to bust them, man. We want to do a little modelling shoot, don't we? If you can call it a modelling shoot. We just want to take pictures of us wearing them. There you go.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do like a little video because, you know, I'm all on the video things and that at the minute. I wanted to do one of them ones where, like, you could throw it at me. Do you know the t-shirts?
And it comes on.
And then, like, you'd cut the video and then I'd throw it on rapid and then you carry on videoing and I'd put the t-shirt on it. It's like you throw it at me and it's like on and it's like, yo.
Yeah, that would be sick.
One of them ones and then plug it and then be like, TBC 25, discount. Open this bitch.
Man.
So yeah, I wanted to do that.
We still need to do that little dance video, don't we?
We need to do those, mate.
You know, that, well, we're not going to, I don't want to say it because it'll be sick when we do it.
Yeah.
So obviously we can't dance.
Well, we've got two. There's that one, which I wanted to do, and then there's the Street Fighter one. Like,
oh, yeah.
Let's pop it up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do a podcast. Let's do an episode.
You need to stop waffling. You need to stop more.
You need to stop being an admin bitch. I keep forgetting to lose it.
I know, you're such a good doggy, aren't you? Oh, you're a good girl. You're so gorgeous.
I'd like to tell the story about sniffing my ass the other day, but I can't tell it on the pod.
Yeah.
She is such a sick dog, though. But, yeah, like, fuck me, it's for my this episode. Yeah, I've enjoyed doing this as well. But yeah, I was actually going to, like, maybe, like, push it, not into a deep place, but something that I've been wanting to discuss for quite a while. It's the OCD shit.
Go, mate.
So, yeah, I've probably mentioned it on previous episodes, but I know that people possibly tuning in or possibly missed a couple of episodes, so they might not have seen it. So yeah, like, I've been in the process of being tested for gonorrhea. Nah, I'm joking.
That's my line.
That's from a while ago. But yeah, like, I thought a while ago that I might have had OCD. And I come across this, weirdly enough, like, I listened to another podcast, which is my favourite podcast. Like, it's unreal. It's the Parenting L one with Rob Beckett and Josh Whitcomb. Shout out, boys, if you're listening.
big time for them, aren't we?
No, but honestly, it's such a sick podcast, and it's all about, like, parenting and stuff like that. And, like, I say it's about that, like, it's loosely tied to that. Like, it started off as that, but, like, now they talk about parenting probably, like, 10% of their episodes, and the other 90% is just them having banter. But, like, and they do similar format to us. They get a guest on every week.
Oh, right, really?
But they do 2 episodes a week. So, like, on the Friday, it's a guest, and I think on the Tuesday, it's them too.
Obviously. That's good. They're wedged, though, aren't they?
It's not, well, yeah, they'll get paid shitloads on Spotify and stuff, but they're comedians, and I've noticed, like, I was saying to Beth the other day, like, podcasts at the minute, because it's booming, the podcast thing, and Spotify and all stuff like that. All comedians are jumping on it. Like, everyone's jumping on it, but it's a win-win for comedians, because obviously they're funny and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can just fucking jump on it and just chat shit. But anyway, yeah, I was listening to that Parenting Now podcast quite a while ago, and they had a guest on I think she's called Kimberly Nixon, and I think she's an actress, and she was in, I think, Fresh Meat, which is like a throwback.
Yeah, the school one with Jack Whitehall.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think
university one, is it? School
I think
one?
so, but she's from that anyway, and I'm probably like around 2010, 2012 time, so over 10 years ago now. But anyway, she was on a podcast with them, and she was talking about having prenatal OCD, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Is that like what, before you have a baby? So while she's pregnant? Do you mean postnatal?
Yeah, postnatal OCD she had. And it came about from when she had her kids. So before that, she never had any OCD traits and anything like that. And then after she had a child, she was having like loads of like malintrusive thoughts, like about a child like drowning in the bath if like she took her eyes off the kid for like a few seconds, or like when you got your kid or whatever and you pop them on the side while you get some out the cupboard, like, shit like that, and the kid falling off, and like she had vivid playbacks in her head of like really traumatic stuff happening. So there's all that kind of stuff, loads of other stuff as well. But when she was explaining all this stuff and was listening, I was like thinking like, it sounds like she's talking about, like describing me, which was weird. Like everything she was saying was like, this sounds like me. And before that, I always put it down to like thinking, oh yeah, child trauma / PTSD / anxiety,
overprotectiveness,
and all stuff like that. And one thing she mentioned was like mental reviewing. So like, and there was like ruminating and all stuff like that. But like the mental reviewing stuff that she said proper like hit home for me.
What's mental reviewing?
All right. Fucking Bartlett. No, so
what's mental reviewing? Wait, hang on. Have you had a Huel?
So like the mental reviewing for me, it would always be like, and I do this with everything, even to this day.
Sorry.
It's alright, mate.
I'm just picturing the fucking Huel like barrel between.
A fucking picture in the background with Huel fucking on it. I'm going to go off topic really quick, but I'll jump back into this bit. Did you see the World 11 soccer aid thing the other day?
No, I like refused to watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I watched a highlight. So World 11 versus England, and I think England won 6-3. You said Stephen Bartlett scored a brace.
No way. I play football.
No, well, I don't. But anyway, I wanted to I was thinking in my head, like, there's an opportunity here to clip it up and, like, his goals were shit, mate. Like, he ran like a fucking penguin holding in the shit and then just toe pecked them. And, like, Tony Bellew was in there. And I was like...
Tony Bellew tried to punch it to save it.
You can tell he don't play football. Like, you can tell. And he just scored them because he's a fucking Hewlett, and he just come off the bench on like 70th minute when everyone was fucked.
Full of nutrition.
He was fucking Hewlett off his head.
He was nutritionally complete.
He was just running around, mate, like a fucking headless chicken. And then he scored 2 goals. And I was thinking like there's a clip opportunity here where we could clip it and like, make it into a Hewlett. And be like, before Hewlett, I never played football, never kicked a ball, but after Hewlett,
after one sip,
I was into fucking prime Robin Van Persie. But yeah, no, I wanted to like just touch on that quick because I thought that was so funny. So
circle back,
rewinding back to the
Kimberly Nixon mental reviewing.
Yeah, the mental reviewing. Sorry. So the mental reviewing is where like you like anticipating situations that haven't even happened yet. I still do it to this day all the time. So that situation could be like just a random example off the top of my head, like Beth wanting to go out for food with the kids at a certain time, and obviously the kids are like 2 and 7. They're both quite like neural spicy, quite whingy and shit, and like like the eldest isn't, but the youngest is, like and I like paint a situation in my head of this time and then going out for food, and then I'll think of all the negative shit that could happen and then booting off and then getting stressed and then Beth getting stressed and then me getting... And
then you like, that might interfere with bedtime, that might interfere with the next day, and then that might interfere the next day.
And I'll paint all this out in my head, and that's like mental reviewing. Mm-hmm. And I might not be banging on the money there, so I apologise if I'm not, but from my own research and my own experience, that's what that is for me. So I was like, fucking I did that a lot, and obviously the reason I mention this because this has been going on now. This when I first discovered that podcast, it was like fucking 6, 7, 8, maybe even more, like 8 months ago. Like, so since then I was like, did loads of research about OCD, and I was like, I definitely think I've got it, because prior to listening to that, I always thought OCD was very much your classic washing hands, switching lights, and all that shit. And it's not. Like, there's so much more to it. There's like loads of stuff about like intrusive thoughts, and obviously intrusive thoughts are like pretty grim thoughts that pop into your head. And I'd always think like for me, I wrote a big list because when I first discovered this about the OCD stuff, that podcast was like Kimberly Nixon, and I listened to it. I then listened to her on another podcast talking about it, and she was saying the best and first thing you can do, like first step, is to reach out to your GP and tell them. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm in. So I rang up my GP and I was like, I think I've got OCD. And explained it in a bit more depth. Probably over-explained it in some ways.
I suppose you have to, though, don't you? Especially in the UK.
Well, yeah, and then it basically led to a lot of shit, if I'm being honest. So I told them about this, and they put me in with a mental health specialist in the GP. So I went in, And I was thinking, like, mint, this is, like, going better than expected. Like, I thought it was a £30 off. So I went in, spoke to this dude, and he was, like, asking me loads of questions. And I prepared as well. I wrote a big list of all the things, why I thought I had OCD and certain things that I did, give certain examples. And then he was like, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to book you onto this course. He went, you'll have this, like, you'll have a one-to-one call with I think he said, like, a psychiatrist practitioner. So I know, and I'll be wrong here, I know I will, but the psychiatrist and psychologist, I know that one of them can diagnose you, but the other one can't. Okay. So they can both, like, examine you. And I think one of them can go through...
So they both give you their opinion, and then the one can diagnose you.
But I think one of them can diagnose you, or something like that. So anyway, it was like, you're going to get put through to, like, a practitioner, psychiatrist, have a one-to-one session, tell them about your stuff. And practitioner, I think, means, like, they're in practice, so they're not, like, a proper qualified. So I was like, and it's NHS as well, so they're probably utilising the time by doing that. So I was like, that sounds good. So I was buzzing.
Bet you was.
This was just before Christmas, so 6 months ago. I found out, like, I was getting this appointment booked, and then, like, a week later, there was like, your appointment's in this date. And I was buzzing, and I was like, yeah, mate, this is going to be sick. So I was thinking of having this one-on-one chat, sitting down with this person, fucking turn up, join this call. And it's like a group of 30 people.
Fucking hell.
On this call, right? And it's not even, like, directly OCD. I got put on a call for low mood and depression and anxiety. Okay. And I was like, it's not what I was here for.
Not what you signed up for.
And then I found out that I had to do them 2 courses. So I had to do 2 courses.
In order to get onto the OCD one?
Not even to get onto the OCD one, in order to get therapy, which I already did counselling. So I was like...
But what the fuck good is a group call with 30 people on Zoom going to do?
So they basically just talked... to do a presentation on depression and anxiety.
Well, that's not going to help no one.
Everyone was there for different reasons. Like, some people was there because it was alcoholics. Some people might have been there because there was, like, drug addicts. Like, everyone had their own reason. I was there because I thought I was possibly going to try and get help for OCD.
No, what I mean is you can't paint everyone in the same brush on that call. So that could, out of 30 people, it might help 3 of them.
Well, I thought it's because it's the NHS and we'll just fucking do this and that.
Oh, yeah, they'll be cutting corners left, right and centre.
So anyway, I attended both sessions straight up, thinking, like, I'll do that, and then, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, you then get an opportunity to have a one-on-one call after that. So you have to attend them 2 group sessions to get a one-on-one call. And I think that's to eliminate time wasters and all that shit. Yeah. So if you don't attend them 2 sessions, you don't get your mark, you don't get that one-on-one call. So anyway, I did them 2 sessions, and then I had this one-on-one call with this person that rang me out of the fucking blue as well. It was like fucking 10:15 on a Tuesday morning. So I was in work, and there was,
you weren't prepared.
Got a spare 45 minutes. I was like, not really. Do you know how busy I am?
Do you know how busy I am?
So anyway, I was like chatting to him, and I was like, I explained everything off the top of the dome as well. And then there was like, you need CBT, and I was like, okay,
all right.
Anyway, so then I did this. So with her, I did a test, like 3 tests over the phone, 1 for depression, 1 for anxiety, and 1 for OCD. Did an OCD test, and when I did the depression one, I was just average. Like, I weren't, like, depressed, and I weren't not depressed. I was just scoring average. And then I did the anxiety one, and I'm a bit on the anxiety side. And then when she did the OCD one, she went, "Whoa!" I can't remember how she said it after it. She went, "Whoa!" Like, yeah, she went, "That's high." She went. Yeah, she went, you're like in the high section, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, right, mint. So what now then? And she was like, well, we're going to put you forward for CBT, like cognitive behavioural therapy. She was like, because that's a bit more aggressive and, thought-provoking and stuff like that, as opposed to what you've been doing previously, which was just like general counselling. Mm. So fast forward a few months later, started doing the CBT now. I'm 2 sessions in.
You enjoying it?
I think it's shit. Like, and I'm open-minded.
Full jizz closure.
Yeah.
When I did it in lockdown, I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's through the NHS, and, like, no disrespect, like, because if it went private, and I'd probably be like over £100 a session, it probably would be a lot better.
Yeah.
But like, I've been to 2 sessions now, and as well, again, I don't want to sound like a prick, and people probably will think I'm a prick for saying this, but it's like, it's inconvenient times, and it's like 2:00 on a Wednesday, and I'm like, fucking working, and it's like, do you know what I mean? And it's not on Zoom as well, I've got to go in person.
You have to go there.
Yeah, and it's like, I've been to obviously both of them, and like, they give you like the classic book at the end, like some shit black and white A4 printed sheets, and it'll be like, write down when you get triggered. And I'm like, what time will I have in a moment when I get triggered by shit to write shit down? But like, one example that I did give her is I was washing the pots the other week, and we've got a fruit bowl in the kitchen, like near where the pots are. And Beth came over and like leant on the countertop where I was washing the pots, and she moved the fruit bowl. And I noted this deliberately to tell the person. When she moved the fruit bowl from its natural position where it normally is, because like the countertop's like here, the fruit bowl's there, so it's like central.
Yeah,
and at the back
to the counter. Yeah,
and she like moved it so it was like more to the left and dead forward and like kind of on the edge, and it triggered me really bad. And
what did it make you angry?
It didn't make me angry. It made me
anxious. You was like
anxious / I would have said irritable, but when I explained it to the person in the session, she was like, well, that made you anxious. And I was like, yeah. She was like, I was like, that's what I want to understand, though. Why is shit like that making me anxious? And I do tie it back to my childhood, like obviously from my mum and dad. Like I said, my dad was very like strict, and like he used to moan about everything, and like very aggressive and shit like that. And my mum always used to like tidy around and pot around the house and stuff all the time. And I don't know whether that's why I do it, but they do say that OCD can be manifested through your childhood and through anxiety and all.
It's like through like learned behaviours.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I think it is 100%. But like the thing that I don't like is that I do get that
scratch.
That's the best way to describe it.
Shit. Yeah,
and, I hate to say it, but Beth don't get it. Like she don't. She simply don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I've explained it loads, but she don't get the feeling. She just thinks I'm being a fucking on top cunt. Do you know what I mean? And it is shit, but it is so hard when you get them feelings. And like he explained another thing, like, so in our kitchen we've got the kettle, and then the tea, coffee and sugar canisters, and then the biscuit jar, right?
Nice.
So I have to have the kettle like that, and then the coffee jar, sugar jar, tea jar. No matter what order they're in, but I like to have like coffee. I'm explaining this shit. I'm trying to do it for the listener's point of view. So the kettle will be there, and then there'll be like a bit of a gap, and then it'll be like tea, sugar, coffee, with a bit of a gap in between them, and then the biscuit jar there.
Yeah.
And so many times after Beth's like brewed up or whatever, or there'll be like the coffee, tea, and sugar will be like pressed together.
Yeah.
With no gap, and then like the fucking kettle will be pulled dead far out, and there'll be like a wire, like, and that irks me. And I'm not joking. I said to the woman when I was telling her, I was like, probably about 10 to 15 times a day, I'll reorder them and put them in position so there's like a nice gap in between them and like make them look tidy and uniform. I don't know whether that's because I'm a designer and it bugs me. I don't know whether it's because when I was a kid, if they were out of place, like someone would get in trouble. So I still have that thing inside me where we have to fix them, and it's a natural response. And she was saying about that kind of shock response therapy thing. She was like, try and leave it. She went, don't fix it. I was like, but I can't. I was like,
that's like asking water not to be wet for like 10 minutes. Like, yeah, bath, don't be wet for 10 minutes.
I give her this example. And obviously I don't mind saying this, but don't need to go too much into it. But do you remember when, I'm going to try and do it in code actually. Do you remember when...
It's fine. You don't have to.
Well, no, because it's an example. Do you remember? Do you remember the juice bottle on the side?
Yeah.
Do you actually know what I'm on about?
Yes.
I explained it to you.
The pink one on the shelf.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I said. That's what I said to her. I said, if I leave stuff, that's what happens. Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, so I can't, because it just fucking stay there forever. She went, well, maybe just try and leave it for a little bit. And I was like, but what's good's that going to do? I went, that's just going to make me I went, I can't leave the house knowing that. And that sounds bonkers on my half. To be fair, it does. But yeah, I was just like, I can't leave it. I went, I can't. I'm one of the people that I went, if I can't leave the house with like any lights on, I went, I have to like make sure they're all off. And, do you know what I mean? I went, if I can't, I'll fucking drive home, mate, and like just turn them off, like. Yeah. So anyway, that's where I'm currently at with my OCD shit. I wanted to just update on it because I know I mentioned it briefly and touched on it. But I've never really had time to go into it because I've not wanted to like hog an episode when we had a guest on.
No, I know,
Make it about me.
But it's very real, mate. And like I don't think it's the fact that you need help with the fact that you do these things. It's understanding why you do them,
and just kind of like little maybe coping mechanisms and stuff like. Do you want to raise something that's actually mad? That Beth told me that she did when she went doctors the other day, because Beth's like pushing at the minute to try and get a diagnosis for ADHD for herself. It's quite affecting her at the minute, and that can apparently happen when you like going through like difficult times in your life, like uni and all stuff like that, having to balance and manage time and all stuff like that. And she mentioned something to the doctors in most of the doctors there, blah blah blah, and they was like, yeah, she went because about the wait time being like really long, and the woman was like, yeah, she went, well, I don't know what like difference it would make if you got like a diagnosis anyway. She went, what's it gonna do? And Beth said she was fuming.
It makes all the difference if you get a diagnosis.
Beth was like, well, she went, do you know how many people end up like committing suicide and shit because they don't understand their own brain and stuff like that? She went, you get the medication and blah blah blah. Beth was like fuming.
Yeah, rightly so. Like, well done, Beth.
And she was proper. She come home, mate. She was raging. Do you know what, mate? We've got so much to still talk about.
I know.
Like an hour.
It's fine. Fuck it.
No, it is fine.
The listeners will carry on.
No, it is. But I was going to say, like, it's like nearly 10 o'clock.
I know we do want to go and get a few fucking pints in, don't we?
I want to go and get a chong.
I'll tell my bit very quickly because I don't waffle as much as you.
I need a piss and everything as well.
You go. I'll just talk. Fuck it.
Nah, go on.
No, I'll just chat. You go for a piss, and you.
No, go on. It's fine.
So Ryan dog, I've been doing root cause therapy with our good friend of the show, Robin Tate, and it's been fucking unreal. Like what? I know. Sorry, I get how you feel now, and I need a piss. You feel like you have to like proper talk. And
no, it's fine. Mate.
So, root cause therapy is exactly what it says on the tin. You identify emotions and limiting beliefs and allow your subconscious mind to do some answering for you. So you go into sort of like a bit of a meditative state, and then the person will make you repeat statements, and your body will tell you if you believe it or not. It'll do something. I'm not going to go into it because she might have to sell this, so I don't want to give it all away.
No, but it's true because I did the first session as well, didn't I? And like I said, that rocking back and forth thing where you're facing off. I really did enjoy that bit. Yeah.
So what she said, makes it like for mine, for example, my body told Robin that I fear abandonment,
which you do,
but I didn't know. I didn't realise. It's never come out of my mouth before. What's come out of my mouth has been like I struggle with anger and processing negative emotions.
But I probably could have guessed that though.
Well, maybe. But
from childhood,
it's never
because like the massive thing for me, obviously with your mum, and obviously your mum passing away when you were like fucking young. I know that's no fault of anyone's, but that's some form of abandonment. The fact that you probably felt you was abandoned, 100%. Even though you weren't.
So when she said repeat, I fear abandonment, I said I fear abandonment, and then
absolute Michael Jackson.
My body was like, and she was like, right, well for this session we're going to focus on I fear abandonment. So I was like, right, cool. So she puts you in like a bit of a meditative state again. Your eyes are closed, and she's like, all your thoughts drift away. And she was like, take me to a place in your mind, a memory where you felt the most abandoned. And she was like, right, I need you to go behind your eyes from when that memory was taking place, mate. And I did. I just let myself go and just fucking go with the flow.
Yeah.
Went behind my eyes as a fucking 7-year-old kid. And she was like, what can you see? And I was like, I see my dad sat in front of me. He sat on a settee. I'm stood up in between his legs. I see a brown door to my right. I see the carpet at my old house.
It's mad how you can paint such a vivid image.
Yeah. And she was like, right, okay. And what's happening in the memory? And I'm like, my dad's telling me that I'm never going to see my mum again. And she's gone to sleep, or however he worded it.
Yeah. And
she was like, how does that make you feel? And I paused because I felt like my diaphragm like contracting like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I couldn't word it. And I was like, she was like, how do you feel? And I was like, I feel just pure sadness. Pure sadness. It's all I feel. And she was like, right, well, I can see why that would be the case.
Yeah. And I said that, obviously, I think, was you 9 or 7?
7, yeah.
So a 7-year-old, you probably wouldn't have been able to understand how you was feeling, whereas you now, looking back, you'd be able to understand.
Yeah, that's exactly like I was able to feel that because of my mind now.
Yeah.
At the time, I was just fucking had the blinkers on me. I didn't know what was happening, and then I was behind my own eyes, mate. It was mental. My fucking diaphragm was going nuts, and I was crying my eyes out, streaming over the phone to her. I was on Zoom, sorry, and she was like, right, I need you to feel this emotion. And she was like, what is it? And I was out of 10, and I was like, probably like an 8. And she was like, I need you to turn it up. Like, you've got a volume. Like, keep turn it up, feel it. And she was like, right, rising, right, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And it was hurting. I was crying, squealing like a little pig. Yeah. Because you are feeling that.
Oh, you are, yeah.
Exact thing that you should have felt at the time had you not been so young.
Yeah.
So allowing yourself to feel it.
It is really good.
I think it takes a bit of the power back because I was so young, I had no opportunity to grieve. I lost my mum, and then for 7 to 9, my brain's got a fucking padlock on it, and I can't access any memories from it.
Definitely.
And then 9 to 19, I was on autopilot.
Yeah.
So
I think it was perfect for you. I do.
Mate, I've never had the sort of cognitive ability to go back and experience what I should have been able to do as a kid, which obviously you can't do as a kid because it's just not possible. You don't have the emotional intelligence or exposure to do so. But doing it, mate, and feeling it sort of like took the power back to myself. Yeah. So obviously I was choosing to feel it and like facing it head on and stuff like that, and it just got me thinking, like, I've done therapy for the best part of fucking 6 years now.
No, yeah.
6 years, mate, and I fucking could not recommend it highly enough to people. But I think if you have severe traumatic experiences in your life and you want to fucking deal with them, do something like this. Because talking about them is wonderful. Even if you've not gone through fuck all and you want to talk to a third party about life, it's mint. There's no negative to it. But if you need to heal something that's like deep within you, you need to do something that's going to get to the root cause of it, i.e. root cause therapy. Big up Robin. But I would say therapy, just the talking about it and like trying to understand it, is like putting sort of replastering a cracked wall.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to have to keep replastering it. And I think this root cause therapy stuff it allows you to fucking rebuild the entire wall from scratch.
No, it does.
To continue the analogy, because you're in control. I'll go for a little whittle.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to show you 5 minutes.
Oh, is it? Right, fair enough. But no. Oh, hello, gorgeous. So
I agree, though. It's so good.
And I agree with you. I have needed to do this. I wish I'd have done this at fucking 18, 19, mate. Because all I've been doing after that has been putting plasters on and been putting fucking polyfiller in all my cracks and things like that. In my fucking bum crack, trying to deal with it all myself, because that's another thing that I apparently fear is polyfiller in one's anus. Alone.
Yeah.
Don't like being alone, apparently. But I'm I like, in my conscious mind now, I'm fine. I like my own company.
Yeah.
But my body thinks otherwise. But yeah.
Powerful shit, mate.
Root cause therapy. Robin, I can't thank you enough for fucking getting me to do this with you. And are we out?
Yeah, well, we're at an hour mark, and we're gonna 100% just do these every now and then, slot it in between.
Yeah, little check-ins, and thank you to all our guests that we've had on prior to this episode.
We've got like notes here as well. We've only covered like 3 things on the notes, and that's just rapid on the back of this. But,
I know, we can rabbit for days, mate.
No, it's been mint, and it's like just over an hour now, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking mega episode, mate, and
yeah, it's been class. It's out proper enjoy it. Right, TBC out. We'll love you. Peace.
Peace.
Stop.